Fantastic Four reviews are pouring in after last night's premiere, so let's go ahead and talk about what people are saying about this movie. Because apparently it is really good, so I'm super excited to talk about all this right now. Okay, so here's our first review. It says, "The Fantastic Four is a breath of fresh air for the MCU. It delivers all the humor and action you want, but it has its own cinematic language and vibe. It features some of the best world building of the MCU. You want to spend more time with these characters exploring this world. Big win." Now, I definitely saw that from the trailer. You know, this is a different universe and everything, so we're going to have a whole lot of things to explore, and it looks like they did that really well. Here's another review. "Fantastic Four is the best adaptation of Stan Lee/Jack Kirby's comic and the strongest MCU film in years. The cast is sensational with warm familial chemistry." I don't know why I sounded southern there. I meant to say chemistry, not chemistry. "Then the 60s aesthetic is gorgeous. The score is phenomenal. Sublime visuals and action. A huge win for Marvel." Here's my boy 3C Films' reaction to the movie. There's a second part to this, but anyways, he says that Pedro Pascal is a standout. He loved Reed Richards, and that was his favorite character in the movie. He says that Pedro is so damn good as Reed. Amazing even. The range Pedro has is impressive. He's going to have the doubters silenced after this weekend, which we know there's a lot of doubters. When he was cast, everyone's like, why the heck is Pedro Reed? He doesn't look like him, blah, blah, blah. But apparently he's amazing as Reed. Here's the second part of Chris's review. He says, "The MCU nailed it. The stakes haven't felt this high in a long time. All four members of the team play the roles exceptionally and share perfect chemistry. Galactus is a spectacle that must be seen in IMAX. Best balance and tone in an MCU film." I loved so much about this. Here's another review. "Fantastic Four finally gives Marvel's first family the movie they desire. The visuals are spectacular and the world feels like it was ripped straight out of a comic book. Seeing Galactus come to life was truly an out-of-body experience. It's another success for Marvel Studios." We've got a few more to go through, but everyone is sounding super positive, which is getting me very excited to see this movie. So let's go ahead and read this one. "Fantastic Four is a huge crowd pleaser, a refreshing live-action Saturday morning cartoon just oozing with retro sci-fi vibes. It's a true love letter to the 1960s and the classic Marvel Comics. Joseph Quinn's Human Torch is a standout, and Julia Garner's Silver Surfer kicks ass." Fantastic Four First Steps is not only the best film take on Marvel's first family, it's also one of the best MCU films, period. Family dynamic nailed. Retro future setting perfect. Galactus terrifying. Mole Man, give him a spin-off. It's the Fantastic Four movie we've all been waiting for. Now here's the last review I'm going to read. This one is from Matt Ramos, aka Soups. He said, "Fantastic Four was amazing. The cast and their chemistry hold this film up. Pedro delivered my favorite performance as Reed. The score elevates every scene and is so perfect and prevalent. Galactus is perfectly adapted. This is a film with joy, heart, comedy, and more. Solid 8 out of 10. So yeah, guys, the first reactions and reviews from the premiere seem to be glowing. Like, everyone is having a great time with this movie. Everything seems very positive. There was only one review that I saw that I couldn't even find anymore that was kind of just saying it was all right, but everything else was saying this is one of the best MCU films. The cast is amazing. Their chemistry is amazing. The VFX is amazing. Galactus is a fantastic villain. Pedro crushes it as Reed. Everyone is just oozing with excitement around this movie, and that gets me even more excited to see it on Thursday, July 24th. We all know that Kevin Feige put a lot of love and care into this movie specifically. He wanted to nail Fantastic Four, and it looks like him and Matt Shakman did that. I'm also really excited to see Galactus because it looks like they nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. I can't wait to see him in IMAX, just, walking around New York, destroying it and fighting the Fantastic Four. It is going to be quite the spectacle, and it seems like they crushed it, and I just can't wait to see what they did. People are also saying there's two post-credit scenes, that the first one, like the mid-credit scene, is more of just like a montage thing that's not like super important, but they say the final post-credit scene is the really big one that's going to help set up Avengers Doomsday. I don't know what it is just yet, but I will be talking about it after I see the movie on Thursday. So guys, let me know down below in the comments what you think about the first reactions and reviews for Marvel Studios' The Fantastic Four First Steps. Like I said, all of it seems extremely positive, one of the best MCU movies in a long time. I'll be the judge of that on Thursday, but, I do think this movie is going to be really good because, like I said, Kevin Feige put a lot of time and effort into this one to make sure that they knock it out of the park, and it looks like they did. Stay tuned for my review on Thursday.